The 12 INFP functions explained. The MBTI system has been used to define the personalities of individuals using the primary cognitive and shadow functions. While cognitive functions are part of our day-to-day thinking, shadow functions are more challenging to understand and the only function in the unconscious. They balance our panics and prevent us from concentrating on one function overall. In this video, the first 4 are the cognitive functions, while the second 4 are the shadow functions, while the last 4, sarcastic functions, take on primary drivers of the cognitive functions. Cognitive functions. 1. Introverted Feeling, FI. This is an essential function of the INFP. It is the ability to judge and get moral values from their inner understanding. They are often obsessed with their emotional values and decisions and never joke with their gut feelings. But even with this, they are very considerate about their feelings so that they do not hurt other people's emotions. This feeling makes them quickly detect lies and fabricated stories. Number 2. Extroverted Intuition, NE. This feeling comes into play when they take in information. It is used to connect various data they have to each other. It helps them create a pattern. This is why they always see things from a broader perspective and often see signs other people pay less attention to. This makes them appreciate more in-depth ideas and concepts than surface ideas because it helps them explore more. Number 3. Introverted Sensing, SI. This particular function helps INFP build their ideas and feelings in the actual world based on reliable information and sensations. This function also allows them to feel that many of their moral standards are stuck because they seem to know the rights and wrongs of the world even when they cannot touch them. Since this function is introverted, most of the feelings are gotten from personal experiences. This makes them hardly forget people that affected them emotionally. Number 4. Extroverted Thinking, TE. This function has to do with their way of thinking. This function is what makes them logic-oriented and easily find efficient ways to complete their tasks. But most times, they only use this function when all other options are not working, because thinking this way typically gets them exhausted and annoyed, as it makes them feel like robots and not genuine. Number 5. Extroverted Feeling, FE. This is the most dominant shadow function of the INFP. This function is focused on how the INFP relates emotionally to the outside world. This is what makes them easily understand the emotions of other people. It can also be expressed when they're angry and lash out, which makes them harsh critics when they're mad. Number 6. Introverted Intuition, NI. This function lies in opposition to extroverted intuition. It is also not well developed in most INFPs because they use the extroverted process more. This function comes to play when they follow a gut feeling that comes out incorrect after investigation, as it makes them doubt their gut feelings, which then drives them into a series of bad feelings and self-doubt. NI can also display a voice inside the INFP's head, telling them how insensitive their ideas or goals are and condemning their decisions. Number 7. Extroverted Sensing. This function is used in the outside world, especially when they are in a place with which they're not well acquainted, or when they forget details of something important. INFPs are good at ignoring things, especially when the given task is boring to their rich inner world. Introverted Thinking. This function manifests itself when the INFP becomes infatuated with making a situation cold or overly logical. This makes them try to redefine things and makes things look good for their own goals. They try to get everything perfect when TI comes into play, making them criticize themselves heavily for every mistake they make. TI can also be engaged accidentally by severe emotional pain. Sarcastic Functions. The functions of the INFP can also be seen from a sarcastic angle. This is particular with the first 4 functions, which are the cognitive functions. This knowledge makes it easier to understand them. Introverted Feeling. They are incredibly picky with what they do or eat. They easily dislike things, but at the same time, they have a hard time liking something. Introverted Intuition. Sarcastically, INFPs can be said to be overly imaginative and dull. They spend most of their time thinking about things that are not relevant, and they have broad, dreaded imaginations. When they are in this state, they're unable to pay attention to anything. Introverted Sensing. They are overly sentimental and often carry with them memories of childhood. They are always messy while not letting go of their childhood games and toys, and no matter what you do, they can't be convinced to discard anything. Extroverted Thinking. INFPs in this way are profoundly critical and always talk about getting their life organized, but always end up spending time relaxing on the couch, thinking deep thoughts instead.
Please let us know your opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and activate the notification bell. Thanks for watching this video.